everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today is another sit down video because I want to take some time to shed some light on a brand that I, over the last year and a half or so, have become a devout customer of and just really appreciate their products. And I think in the equestrian world, it's really easy to throw support and give your money to the big brand names. But I find a lot of times smaller brands put a lot more effort and thought into their products. They take customer feedback a lot more seriously. They appreciate the business and support that they get a lot more. So as we are coming into the holiday season, I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and I actually started filming a version of it about a month ago and I just hated it. So I decided to wait, and I thought that I would make this video closer to the holiday season so that if you are looking for any suggestions for places to shop, if you have any equestrian friends, that this might give you some ideas. So without further ado, the shirt that I'm wearing is a bit of a clue. The brand that I want to be talking about today and giving I don't want to say it's a review, it's basically just an appreciation video, because I genuinely have had no issues with any product that I've bought from this brand. The customer service has been great. The shipping has always been super quick. It's affordable. It's basically just a love letter to Milestone Equestrian, which is a fabulous Canadian owned brand. So I bought my first Milestone product, oh God, probably all the way back in early 2021. The first products that they ever released were 2 saddle pads, and I bought one of the saddle pads. It's this beautiful evergreen color saddle pad with faux leather trim, and I love it to this day. It's one of my favorites. And then from there, the obsession kind of skyrocketed because I really appreciated the quality of the product that I got for the price that I paid. And something that I like about Milestone Equestrian is that Shelby, who's the brand owner, has made it very clear that she's making products to make high quality products more accessible to people who might not be able to afford a $400 anatomical bridle. So at this point I need to think about it for a sec. I think I have 4 saddle pads. I have the green one, the red one, the kind of gray with red, and the blue one. I also have 3 bridles, 1 sweater, 2 short sleeve base layers, and 5 or 6 normal base layers. So what I thought that I would do is I would go in and talk about the different products that I have and my thoughts behind them kind of by category. So first I'll talk about the saddle pads. The ones that I have are all different finishes. The green one and the blue one are more like a satiny finish. The red one is like a traditional kind of cotton saddle pad feel. And the gray one that I have is more like a velvety kind of feel. Unfortunately, these saddle pads are all at the barn and they're very dirty. So I'm going to insert some pictures here of Merlin sporting his very fashionable saddle pads. I also have the matching bonnet for the red one, and he looks absolutely handsome in it. And to be honest, one of my favorite features of the saddle pads is how, well, one, they don't have those super annoying like D-ring straps that I don't use. I don't know anybody who actually uses the straps on the front of the saddle pad that either go in the D-ring or through the billets. And to add to that, something else I really appreciate about the Milestone pads is that the wither clearance on these pads is absolutely insane. A lot of saddle pads, you put them on, you put the saddle on, and you have to like fiddle with and adjust the saddle pad so that it's not leaning on the withers, even if they do have wither clearance built in. The Milestone pads, I literally throw on Merlin's back. If I'm using a half pad at the moment because he's changing shape, I'll put it on his back, put the saddle on, and it's like, bam, good to go. And that's something that I really appreciate about all of the products that Shelby has designed with the horse in mind. They're all very anatomical, whether it's the saddle pads or the bridles. Even though the brand doesn't seem to be focusing as much on saddle pads at the moment, I highly recommend checking out the saddle pads that are left if you're interested, because they are absolutely beautiful. I will add the caveat that I only have the jump saddle pads. I don't own any of the dressage versions, but I can assume that the wither clearance is just as good and the quality is just as high because they're the same, just in a dressage shape. So moving on from the saddle pads, I'm now going to talk about the bridles. Originally, when I first ordered Milestone bridles, I ordered 2. I ordered the Milo bitless bridle in black and this one, which is the Harlow Luxe, I think it's called. Bitted bridle, anatomical bitted bridle with sheepskin. The Milo bitless bridle is what I used to start Merlin under saddle before I started using a bit. The fit of it around the nose is a bit loose, but he prefers it that way. He doesn't like anything super, super tight. From what I remember, since I bought that bridle, they've since released a newer kind of updated version of it with a slightly tighter noseband for those horses who prefer a bit of a tighter feel. Really good for young horses. To be honest, I don't really mind the looser fit because Merlin goes just as well in it as he does in his bit. But my favorites are the Harlow bridles because I will add a quick disclaimer. They had a giveaway on their Instagram a few months ago and I entered and I won a bridle, a saddle pad, and a base layer. So I also own the normal leather version of this bridle, and that's the bridle that I'm currently using on Merlin and have been for about 3 months now. So I paid for most of this myself, and the stuff that I didn't pay for, I won in a giveaway by entering on Instagram. So the first thing I want to mention is that the reins that they come with are absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't have the reins with this bridle here because I keep extra reins at the barn because Mr. Merlin likes to grab reins in his mouth and chew. That being said, even the ones that have chew marks on them, like he really goes to town and the leather is of such a good quality that it doesn't compromise the integrity of the leather, which is fabulous. I tend to use this one in the winter, so when I was doing some groundwork and under saddle prep with him in like February, March, I was using this one just because it's nice and fluffy. It's really good for horses who have sensitive skin or anything like that. Merlin doesn't really have sensitive skin, but I just think, one, it's really pretty, and in the winter when it's really cold, adds an extra layer of fuzzy and warmth for him. But the reins that it does come with are really, really nice. They have really nice stoppers. My biggest pet peeve with bridles is reins that don't have like integrated stoppers that you can kind of use to hold on to, because otherwise it's really easy for the reins to slide between your hands. A lot of times I find when you buy bridles, the brow bands that come with them are absolutely ugly. That's not the case for these ones. And I also hate like the straight brow bands. These ones are a nice like curved brow band that has really nice stitching, as well as the branding is absolutely stunning. So it has the logo on the side and also on the top of the crown piece. Something else I really, really like, and this is the case I think with all the bridles, is that the throat latch has buckles on either side. It just allows for a more custom, super adjustable fit. On the sheepskin bridle, the sheepskin is removable for washing. The quality of the leather right out of the package is also insane. Like, I've oiled this and conditioned it once. To be fair, it's been sitting in my apartment for the last 6 months while it's been warm, but it will get used this winter. The one that he's currently wearing, which is the non-bitted version of, the non-fluffy version of the Harlow bridle. It came out of the package super buttery and like not stiff at all. And as I've been using it and oiling it and conditioning it, it's just been getting softer and softer and more lovely. The quality is standing the test of time, and it looks absolutely stunning on him. And most importantly, the bridles are anatomical and comfortable for the horse. As you can see, the crown piece has really lovely cutouts for the ears. The noseband and bit attachments are completely separate, and the noseband sits slightly higher up on the nose so that it doesn't interfere with the super sensitive lower part of the nose. And it also means that it doesn't interfere with the movement of the jaw, so the horse is free to relieve tension in their mouth or pressure in their mouth by opening their mouth. You can see here that the back part of the noseband sits slightly higher up. Traditional Cavesson nosebands would be all one piece, so it would come more down here, which there's a huge difference here in where it would sit on the horse's face, especially in the back. And I just find that Merlin is so much softer and accepting of the bit in this bridle versus the Micklem that I was using before. Granted, the Micklem is like a drop noseband, but he opens his mouth right up for the bit. He's super soft into the connection and knows that he's free to relieve tension in his jaw if he wants to. There's nothing holding his mouth closed for a prettier picture. I love my Milestone bridles. Do I need 3 for one horse? Probably not. Do I need the fluffy and non-fluffy version of the same bridle? Probably not, but I can't help it. They're just so lovely. And I love that it's a wonderful, like, affordable anatomical option for a bitted bridle that doesn't look out of place at all in the show ring. If you've been thinking about getting any of the Milestone bridles, highly recommend. Obviously, I don't have all of them. There's a new Western bit list. There's There's rose gold versions of these bridles. There's a more updated version of the bitless bridle. So I don't have all of them, but I do have 3 and I love every single one. So last but not least, and probably my favorite products that Milestone makes are their apparel. This here is a 3/4 zip sweater that they released as part of their retro collection. To be honest, it's like so nice. I tend to wear a large, and I'll say that in a lot of the products, the fitting is accurate but fitted. So if you like something a bit of a baggier fit, I would recommend sizing up. The thing that I love about the Milestone apparel is the quality for the price is absolutely insane. Like, this sweater is so beautifully made. The embroidery of the logo is so classy, but my favorite of their products are definitely the base layers. The first 3 base layers that I got were this navy one, this khaki colored green one, and this one, which I just pulled out of my laundry basket because I wore it on the weekend. This like beautiful kind of teal color. The minute that I bought these were like the first apparel pieces that I bought because it was before they officially released their first base layers. I was like, yep, I will be buying base layers from this brand in the future. I do own some base layers from other companies. I've got one from Shires, I've got one from Ariat, and I just find that they're comfortable, but a lot of them are super thin, and some people might like that, but just because I do have a bit of a belly and I have a bigger bust, I prefer something that's a bit more fitted, that makes me feel more secure. And these, because number one, the fit is more fitted, it kind of acts as a bit of like a compression type of shirt as well. The zip goes down just nice enough that I can get some relief from the heat if I need it. And the material is like this beautiful, it's thicker than some other base layers that I've seen and that I have, but it's still thin enough that it has a cooling effect in the summer. And all of the base layers that I have are made of the same material. So the sample ones, the reason that I bought them was because she was offering them for $35 a piece. So I thought that I would give them a try, and I haven't looked back. And I've since acquired 4 other base layers of varying types. So I have this one, which I think is called Spruce. The branding on this one is laser cut. I will say I do prefer the embroidered branding, but that's just me, that's just personal preference. And then this one here is the Blush base layer, and it has beautiful lace. This is the one that I chose when I won the giveaway, and it's absolutely beautiful. This one is actually really, really nice in the summer too because of the lace. It is super, super breathable. And finally, some of the short sleeve apparel that I've bought. So at the end of the summer, they released some short sleeve base layers made out of the same material, but like slightly thinner as the other long sleeve base layers that I have. Also embroidered. So I have this one, which is like a light blue with gray, and then I have another one, it's like a dark gray with a more kind of tealy piping and embroidery. That one is currently in the wash, so I can't show it. I only got to ride in them a few times before the weather turned cold, but they were super comfortable. I really like that the armhole is cut slightly lower so that when I'm warm and sweaty, my deodorant isn't like making a mess of the underarm. Super breathable, keeps you super cool. Yeah, I really hope that they release more colors next year. Earlier in the summer, they also released some like show shirts. There were 2. There was this one and then a white one with lace. I am notoriously bad at keeping white things clean, so I didn't buy that one. But this one here is like a 3/4 zip show shirt or schooling shirt with a really nice white collar. Really, really nice zipper. The branding still embroidered under the laser cut. And when I tell you, I have gotten so many compliments on this shirt when I've either worn it at the barn or have posted pictures of me wearing it. It's just super classy. It would be really nice for like a clinic or something like that. Also still casual enough to wear at the barn every day, but also nice enough that you could wear it at a show. So yeah, I think you can tell by this video that I absolutely love Milestone Equestrian as a brand. I love their products and I also love what they stand for. The sizing is super inclusive. So they have sizing from extra small to 4XL. Large equestrian brands who have the means to be ordering lots of sizing and being more inclusive, means like financial means, don't even do this. And this is a very small brand and it's very expensive to order in extensive sizing. The fact that they're doing it is just, it's wonderful. I'm going to wrap up this video here. Something I saw on Instagram is that they are having some holiday sales. So if you're interested in checking out any of their products, definitely check them out on Instagram. I will link the store shop and the Instagram to the store below. Thank you for checking out another episode of my Vlogmas that isn't Vlogmas because I don't know how consistent I'll be. I'm really sorry that I probably haven't been staring actually at the camera this whole time, more at my reflection. It's something I'm really bad for and I'm trying to get better at. I will be back soon with another video. I'm not sure what it will be. I have a list of things that I want to make, but it's all very weather dependent because a lot of it is stuff at the barn. That's why today the weather's gross. I thought I would sit down and finally film this video that I've been wanting to make for ages. So until next time, I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Don't forget to give your horse or pony a hug or a kiss the next time you see them, and I will see you next time. Bye.